Micro habits. We're talking about small little tweaks to our everyday monotonous schedule that make some major changes that we're all seeking. So I want to give you 5 little ways that you can incorporate more joy, more happiness, and just an overall feeling of well-being in your life really easily. So the first way that we're going to go about this is we're going to reverse scavenger hunt. Yes. We're going to tap into our childishness. We're going to be really fun and playful about this whole thing. Now, what is a reverse scavenger hunt? So instead of like you going to find something, right? What you're going to do is go inside, right? We're going inside the body and we're going to go inside the mind particularly and think up 5 really good feel-good moments for you. Maybe it was a moment when you were in the park by yourself. Maybe it was a conversation you had with a loved one. Maybe you felt fantastic when you finally paid off your arrears, right? Like there's something that you did that felt really good. And I want you to sit with that feeling because a lot of times we forget that we are the ones who generate the feelings. Things don't necessarily make us feel something. We generate the feelings and then consequently feel that way toward it. So the more that we sit with good feelings, the more we realize we have access to them regularly. It's not something that we have to go chase. It's not something that we can never go and get unless something happens. We could generate it on our own. All right, so that's number 1. Figure out those memories and sit with them and feel them. All right, so for number 2, for how we're going to use some micro habits to help tweak our life in major ways is kitchen cleaning karaoke. All right, we're taking it back old school. The songs that our mom used to clean up the kitchen to and put on that Sunday's gospel, whatever it is that we listen to in our homes. Now, the difference is, right, we're not just going to listen to them how we usually do. Nowadays, and shout out to my dad for this really good hack, when there's Bobby Caldwell, What You Won't Do for Love, you won't do for love, that one. So when you think of really beautiful songs like that, you want to pretend that you're the object of desire in that song. So when I sing that, when I got it going, I'm talking about myself. All right, another one that's really good is Little Things by LMA. She's talking about all the little things that she does for her man because she loves him. But I put myself in that situation and think about all the little things I do for myself because I love me. And when I tell you, I was in my car on the verge of tears because I just was so overwhelmed with love and emotion that I had for myself in that moment and redirected that toward me. It was beautiful. So that's probably my favorite thing. I should have saved that to the end, but that's like my favorite thing to do. So please do that. Let your kids know, let anybody know because it's so helpful. All right, number 3 for how we're going to incorporate some micro habits for major changes is we're going to go on micro adventures. So instead of going that same old way that you go on your way home or going the same route to the gym, same route to the store, I want you to go a different way. I want you to take that back road, that back alley, right? Not the alley. We don't need you stuck in no alley, but take a different way because what that's going to do is expose you to new things, right? We all have a city that's probably up and coming or they're building certain things. So go check it out. Figure out that bookstore. Go take that walk. It's getting nicer outside. Take that walk. Go see about that new coffee shop. Sit there. Have a nice little date to yourself. Or instead of your regular places that you usually go to, try something different. Because going on little micro adventures is going to chop up the monotony of your day and just make you feel a little bit more fulfilled. It's like, wow, I exposed myself to something new today. And remember, these are not supposed to be major changes. It's going to change my life. It's going to help me blow up and help me. But it's these little things that constantly change our minds. It's the little things that we continue to do that uproot the big things, right? So we need to become masters at the little stuff. So that way the big things take care of themselves. That's how it works, right? So the 4th way, also one of my favorite ones, is the letter to our future self. So you could start this whole like fun journey. And remember, it's fun, guys. It's not supposed to be serious and I got to get this done and like let's take a whimsical, childlike, fun approach to it. Like we're frolicking. Look at it as though we're just frolicking, right? Like it's going to be so much more fun when you look at it that way. So this letter to your future self, I want you to write down some of the things that you're trying to change today. And I want you to also talk about how that's going to impact your future self. And I want you to seal this letter, put it away, and take it back out in 1 month or 2 months or whatever you decide. And I want you to see how incorporating these small changes, you're going to feel differently. Maybe you won't see the big changes happen on the outside. Maybe some of us will. But at the very least, you're going to feel differently. You're going to feel better about all the changes that you're making, and you're going to feel better about the progress that you're making, right? So do not forget to write that letter to your future self because it can be very, very helpful. Now, the last thing to help us with these micro habits that make major changes is let's do a little unexpected kindness, right? So let's say we're in line and we see a little old lady. Let's take care of her groceries. As long as if she got some plantain and a Scotch bonnet, I got her, right? Like the money is a little funny for most of us, so I get it. But if it's not that something that we can do, let's make sure it's just something that we feel really good about. Whether you can open the door for somebody, smile at somebody. Think about the last time somebody genuinely smiled at you and how good that made you feel. Give somebody a compliment, right? Because it's like taking care of other people is taking care of you. And you're going to get to see that in the smallest of ways through these micro habits. Give somebody a compliment, take care of somebody's coffee, give somebody a call who you know wants to hear your voice. You know you ain't called your grandma in a long time. I got to call my grandma. Yeah, that one's for me. Right? So those loved ones that you know you have not spoken to, or maybe you have some sort of falling out with somebody, call them up, forgiveness. Like, let's extend some sort of forgiveness, some sort of compassion. Because again, it's these little things that's going to make us feel more whole. These lists, or this list that I just gave you, is not about, again, making or building Rome in a day. We're not trying to change our life in one Herculean effort. It just won't happen. We're going to end up feeling discouraged. We're going to end up feeling defeated and just get into another rut. Remember, I want you guys to focus heavily on the small stuff, because the small stuff takes care of the big stuff. I will say until I'm blue in the face and until we all get it, including myself. So if we incorporate these things, like saying these wonderful things that love songs say to ourselves, if we recall memories, generating these feelings of appreciation and love and kindness, and then we could kind of like direct that toward us, and it's going to help us feel good. Do something for others, and it also helps us feel good. It's almost like a natural consequence of trying to do things that uplift us, help others, and help ourselves. How beautiful is that? It's like a double win. It's a double win. You can't lose by doing this. All right, so I want you guys to comment down below and let me know if one of these are surprising or one of these you really like and are going to incorporate this week. I want a channel or subscribers of doers. Shout out to all my subscribers who are just subscribing. I'm so grateful for you guys. I have so many plans for this channel, as I always say, but it's a process. So thank you so much. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys soon.